Tonight, a special edition of World News Tonight. We're on the scene, Hurricane Milton's path of destruction and the deadly tornado outbreak. The massive rescue operations now underway, devastation across Florida. Also breaking as we come on the air tonight, there is word coming in now. Multiple people trapped, an emergency rescue effort playing out in a mine. And we remember tonight Ethel Kennedy, the widow of RFK. First tonight, the images coming in, the devastation across Florida, the hurricane and the deadly tornadoes, at least 3 dozen reported tornadoes across Florida. The terrifying storm surge from the hurricane, homes wiped off their foundations, the surge lifting boats from docks, leaving them in front yards. First responders making hundreds of water rescues. A 14-year-old boy rescued, floating on a piece of debris. Winds up to 120 miles per hour, toppling a construction crane, crashing more than 500 feet to the ground in St. Petersburg. The roof shredded at Tropicana Field. Power out to millions tonight. My interviews this evening with a couple trapped in their car in their driveway. They had no time to get out. The tornado on top of them. And a mother and father taking us through their home where they huddled over their 4 children. The windows to their home came crashing in, walls caving in from a tornado. Ginger Z and our team across the storm zone again tonight. Also developing as we come on here, reports of those multiple people trapped and injured following an accident inside a mine in Colorado. A rescue operation is now underway in what we've learned tonight. 26 days until Election Day, and tonight the new poll just in that shows this presidential race is a dead heat. Vice President Kamala Harris leading Donald Trump by 1 point nationally. Former President Barack Obama campaigning for Kamala Harris tonight in Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania, of course, a must-win state for both campaigns. Donald Trump in Michigan. Tonight, Sean Diddy Combs making his first court appearance before the judge. The trial date is now set. When it starts and how long this trial could last. The deadly fall at Zion National Park in Utah, a husband and father of 4 plunging 200 feet into a canyon. The tennis superstar announcing his retirement tonight. And this evening here, we remember Ethel Kennedy, the widow of Robert F. Kennedy, her life of strength and grace amid heartbreaking loss. And what Taylor Swift has just done for the victims of these hurricanes. A special edition of World News Tonight begins now.
From ABC News, this is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, reporting tonight from St. Lucie County, Florida.
Good evening tonight from Florida, where Hurricane Milton has left a devastating path of destruction. And it wasn't just the hurricane, it was the deadly tornadoes spawned by this system. Well, more than 3 dozen reported tornadoes. We are here in Fort Pierce in St. Lucie County, where authorities late today revealed at least 6 people have now died from these tornadoes. In fact, the family in this home right behind me, a mother and father and her 4 young children, they all survived this. The parents were huddled over their children as the windows came crashing in. The interior walls began to buckle when one of those tornadoes soon moved in. Meantime, on Florida's Gulf Coast tonight, where the hurricane made landfall last night, the stunning damage is just now coming to light tonight. Landfall around 8:30 Eastern time last night near Sarasota. Hurricane Milton was a Category 3 with 120-mile-an-hour winds. In St. Petersburg, the winds ripping the roof off of the Tropicana Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Rays. First responders have been gathering in that stadium and were moved just before the hurricane blew in. A giant construction crane smashing onto an office building in downtown St. Petersburg, coming straight down. Tonight, there have been hundreds of rescues from the storm surge and flooding. This 14-year-old boy actually rescued from the rising waters, clinging to debris. In Punta Gorda, boats carried by the storm surge left on lawns. Hurricane Milton also spawning 126 tornado warnings across a wide swath of the state, shattering Florida's record for tornado warnings issued in a single day. In the end, more than 3 dozen tornadoes reported on the ground, this giant twister right near Palm Beach. And here in Fort Pierce, violent tornadoes turned homes to splinters. I spoke with one couple trapped in their car. They had just pulled into their driveway when the tornado was suddenly right over them. Tonight here, the devastation across this state, the rescue efforts still underway at this hour. And the families who told me here, they are grateful they survived this. Tonight here, millions across Florida are getting their first look at the deadly, catastrophic damage and widespread flooding caused by Hurricane Milton. Roaring ashore as a Category 3 hurricane, bringing powerful 120-mile-per-hour winds, heavy rain, and torrential flooding, making landfall in Sarasota County at 8:30 p.m. Eastern last night as we were on the air. Hurricane Milton has just made landfall. the winds howling.
I can tell you the winds have been extraordinary here. The rain coming in sideways. You can see it blowing here behind us.
Tonight, at least 10 dead from this storm, and that number is expected to grow.
Oh my God.
This evening, more than 3 million people in Florida are without power.
Oh, there it was!
Transformers exploding, streetlights crashing, a tree coming down through the roof of this home. In downtown St. Petersburg, trees toppled by the hurricane. The roof of Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Bay Rays, shredded, parts of the roof ripped off. It was supposed to be used as a shelter for 10,000 emergency workers. They were sent elsewhere just before the hurricane hit. Tonight, the view inside. Debris scattered across the stadium. No! And not far from the stadium, a crane smashing into this building where the Tampa Bay Times is located.
We felt a huge bang, shook our building. You can see it right from across our window, and the crane was gone.
In North Fort Myers, a horrific sight in the rising waters.
That was a big alligator just bit our tire.
An alligator emerging from the floodwaters, biting at this car's tires. Tonight, the massive search and rescue operation now underway. Orange County Fire Rescue waiting in waist-deep waters to rescue stranded residents. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office going door to door on boats and in high water vehicles, rescuing trapped families. Tonight, they say they've rescued more than 725 people and counting. Among them, 135 residents from a senior living facility. And this 14-year-old boy floating on a piece of fence. And even before Hurricane Milton made landfall, the system spawning deadly tornadoes across Florida, all the way to the East Coast and across South Florida. These NOAA time-lapse satellite images as Milton barrels closer, showing intense lightning strikes across South Florida. There were at least 38 reported tornadoes, the most tornado warnings in a single day ever for Florida.
Look at that.
In Wellington, Florida, power lines flaring as a tornado rips across the road.
We need to go.
In Broward County, near Alligator Alley,
Watch out, watch out. Holy moly, it looks like it's turning back around.
these residents evacuating when all of a sudden their phone began receiving emergency tornado alerts. And then they see it.
It's like right there, babe.
And tonight, from above, you can see the devastation. Across Martin and Palm Beach counties, homes destroyed. In Fort Pierce, large, violent tornadoes hitting multiple communities. We met a mother and father, grateful to have survived this with their 4 children.
All the windows blew in.
Yeah.
The doors were coming off their hinges.
Correct.
Yeah. And did you guys just huddle with the kids?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Karen and Roger Desir show us the X that authorities sprayed on their garage door.
This X on your garage door means they checked the house to make sure.
To check that we were alive.
And the kids are okay.
Yeah, they're okay.
They take us inside their home.
Glass shattered from here.
Many of the windows now shattered and covering the floors.
You're huddled upstairs over 2 of the kids.
Yeah.
You're down here over 2 of the kids.
Yep.
What do you say to the children as the house is shaking?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. We're going to be okay. We're going to be fine.
They take us upstairs to show us their children's rooms.
The wall completely gave way.
Yeah, it just gave away.
And both of the windows blew in.
Blew in. Yep.
But thank goodness they weren't playing in their rooms.
They weren't in their rooms. Thank God. Yeah.
Tonight, the children are now with family. A teddy bear and a small plastic guitar on their bedroom floor. Across the street, Nelson and Maria were coming home from their friend's house about 12 houses up the street. The weather was still calm, but their friend decided to drive them. As they pulled into their driveway, suddenly the tornado was on top of them.
You're just 12 houses down the road,
Yes.
down the street, and your friends say, we'll drive you home just to be sure.
Yes.
And they pull you in the driveway, and you had no time to even get out of the car?
They had no time to get out. They huddled in the car, sitting right in the driveway, until it was over. Inside the garage, they now show me the damage to the car, the windows blown in.
We thought they were going to die.
When you look at the car, it's a miracle that you're standing here talking to me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought,
I-
I didn't even know what it was. It's just a lot of noise, and all of a sudden, bang, bang, and it's flushed down, and I go in the back. It's terrible. Never seen anything like it.
Tonight, Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis authorizing thousands of Florida National Guard troops to respond, saying he knows that Hurricane Milton could have been even worse.
The storm was significant, but thankfully this was not the worst case scenario. The storm did weaken before landfall, and the storm surge, as initially reported, has not been as significant overall as what was observed for Hurricane Helene.
And along the Gulf Coast tonight, where the hurricane made landfall, in Venice, debris in the streets. This roof torn off this home. In Bradenton Beach, Police Chief John Cosby.
I'm going to say very close to 100% of our population evacuated. We've never had an event like this.
In Sarasota, families just now returning.
We've been through a bunch of them, and they've never been this bad.
Tonight, President Biden now calling on Congress to return to Washington immediately to pass additional funding for disaster aid and making this vow to the people of Florida.
I promise you, you have to pick up the pieces still. I want you to know we'll do everything in our power to help you put pieces back together and get all that you need.
While back in their garage, Nelson and Maria in front of that car telling me they are grateful they are here.
We're here. We survived.
And we're so glad.
So glad. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You heard that couple just telling me they're grateful to be alive tonight. You know, these tornadoes moved in very quickly. They told me they had no time to get out of that car. They were sitting in their driveway with that tornado right over them. Tonight, families are just now returning to their homes along the Gulf Coast of Florida. Landfall, of course, in Siesta Key, that's near Sarasota. And tonight, Victor Oquendo in Venice, where he found some of the homes there buried in the sand.
Tonight, communities along Florida's Gulf Coast buried in sand, taking a direct hit from Milton just 2 weeks after a glancing blow from Helene. These homes in Venice inundated, sand almost to the window here, about 6 feet of it in this room, and it just gets worse. Almost at the top of this door, when I stand here, I am clearly above the roof. Next door, contractor Mike Adams showing me condos gutted and cleaned after Helene, now packed with sand. So everything that we're standing on top of right now, I mean, I just slid down. This all came in from Milton.
Yes.
How many feet of sand would you say we're standing on top of right now?
3 feet. Probably 3 feet.
New drone video showing the destruction in Grove City, just south of here. Homes obliterated, debris scattering the streets. Manasota Key suffering major damage. Hudson Erdman says recovery will be difficult.
Everything is wrecked. I mean, I've not seen this ever. I've been here a long, long time.
AccuWeather on the scene in Punta Gorda. Milton storm surge moving massive boats into the neighborhood. Our Ginger Z with Kimberly Dawson. Thankful her Fort Myers daycare was closed when a tornado spawned by Milton tore through.
You pray for the best, but I tell you, I just, you thank God that you have your life. We can get another building, but we can't get another life,
And tonight, round-the-clock rescues across the storm zone.
Man, this is awful.
This neighborhood's really hurting.
We hurting, man.
Our Whit Johnson with first responders.
We're in one of the flooded neighborhoods here in Tampa, and you can see the search and rescue boats here. This one with the sheriff's office. They're going door to door, helping people get out who might be stuck in their homes.
At this apartment complex in Clearwater, more than 400 people rescued after a nerve-wracking night.
I woke up like every 30 minutes.
But I'm just glad we're out and to safety.
So let's bring in Victor Oquendo. He's live in Venice, back with us again tonight. And Victor, that's actually a home buried in the sand there behind you?
And David, I can see right over it Hurricane Milton leaving behind a massive mess along the Gulf Coast that was battered 2 weeks ago. Now cleaning up, digging out feet of sand and rebuilding, it will take months. David?
Just extraordinary, the sand almost up to the roof line there. Victor Oquendo, Ginger Z, Whit Johnson, our thanks to all of you tonight in the storm zone. In the meantime, we're going to turn to the other news this Thursday evening and to the emergency unfolding at this hour in Colorado. We've learned multiple people have been trapped inside a gold mine popular with tourists. Several people injured, one person killed in ABC's Mola Lenghi, with late reporting on what we know so far.
Tonight, an urgent search and rescue operation underway at this Colorado tourist mine after authorities say an equipment malfunction trapped a tour group 500 feet underground and left one person dead.
All the units headed over to Highway 67 at the gold mine.
First responders transporting at least 6 to a local hospital. Ambulances spotted leaving the scene. Heavy machinery brought in to assist with the operation.
I do have 12 people at 1,000 feet that are still there. At this time, they're all safe at the bottom with one of the workers here.
The incident taking place at Molly Kathleen Gold Mine in central Colorado, about an hour west of Colorado Springs. According to the mine's website, visitors can descend 100 stories into the earth in what they call America's only vertical shaft gold mine tour. Well, David, tonight the governor of Colorado sending additional resources to the scene to help with the rescue operations. And it's worth noting that the mine was actually scheduled to close for the season this coming weekend, David.
Mola Lengi with us tonight. Mola, thank you. We're going to turn now to the race for president. A new poll just in tonight showing this race is a dead heat. The new Pew poll showing Vice President Kamala Harris with a 1-point lead over Donald Trump. Former President Trump is in Michigan tonight. Former President Barack Obama campaigning for Kamala Harris tonight in Pittsburgh. Rachel Scott, out it all from Detroit for us.
Tonight, with the race locked in a dead heat, Vice President Kamala Harris turning to one of the party's most influential surrogates, Barack Obama. The former president hitting the campaign trail for the first time in all-important Pennsylvania.
Hello, Pittsburgh!
Hoping to energize voters with just 26 days to go.
We are ready for a better story, one that helps us work together instead of turning against each other. Pennsylvania, we're ready for a President Kamala Harris.
New national polling showing Harris and Trump essentially tied. Harris up by 1 point.
Thank you very
Trump
much.
bringing his economic message to Detroit today. But as he went after Harris, he also insulted the city he was campaigning in.
Our whole country will end up being like Detroit if she's your president. You're going to have a mess on your hands.
Prompting a quick response from the state's Democratic governor, Gretchen Whitmer, warning, you better believe Detroiters won't forget this November.
And just moments ago, Vice President Kamala Harris responded to Donald Trump's comments saying he just trashed another great American city, insisting it's further evidence that he's not fit to serve. David.
Rachel Scott with us tonight. Rachel, thank you. Next tonight, here's Sean Diddy Combs appearing for the first time before the judge who will try his sex trafficking case. Prosecutors say federal agents seized nearly 100 electronic devices from Combs in raids on his homes and more during his arrest. The trial is now set for May. It's expected to last about a month. Combs' mother and children were there in the courtroom today. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges. When we come back tonight, the deadly fall at Zion National Park in Utah, a husband and father of 4 plunging 200 feet into a canyon. And tonight here, we remember Ethel Kennedy, the widow of RFK. Tonight, we're learning more about a deadly fall at Zion National Park in Utah. Authorities say Justin Bingham was rappelling with 3 other people when he fell 200 feet into a canyon. A married father of 4 and software company CEO. Rescuers say he died before they could airlift him to the hospital. When we come back here tonight, the tennis superstar announcing his retirement, and Taylor Swift tonight and what she's now done to help the victims of these hurricanes. Tonight, tennis superstar Rafael Nadal is retiring, ending a remarkable career. The so-called King of Clay winning a record 14 French Open titles, along with wins at Wimbledon, of course, the U.S. Open and the Australian Open. Slowed by injuries along the way, he says he will retire after the Davis Cup in his home country of Spain next month. Tonight, Taylor Swift helping victims of Hurricanes Helene and Milton. Feeding America now says she has donated $5 million to the relief effort. The money will help provide food, water, and much-needed supplies. When we come back here tonight, remembering Ethel Kennedy, the widow of RFK, and her strength. Finally tonight here, remembering Ethel Kennedy, who we learned today has died at the age of 96 following a stroke. The widow of Robert F. Kennedy, mother to their 11 children, and a lifelong activist for social justice. Here's Martha Raddatz.
It was 1945 when 17-year-old Ethel Skakel, on a ski trip with her college friend Jean Kennedy, would meet the man she would end up marrying, Jean's brother, Robert.
He was standing in front of an open fireplace, and I just turned around. I walked in the door and turned and saw him and thought, whoa.
The couple settled in the suburbs of Washington, D.C., but tragedy struck the Kennedy family in 1963 when Robert Kennedy's brother, President John F. Kennedy, was struck by an assassin's bullet. More than 4 years later, Robert Kennedy would enter the presidential race. Ethel Kennedy, pregnant with her 11th child, was there that June night in 1968 when he was fatally shot. Ethel, a devout Catholic, never lost faith. After her husband's death, Ethel establishing Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights, a nonprofit promoting social activism. President Biden tonight calling her a matriarch of optimism and moral courage an emblem of resilience and service.
Ethel Kennedy was a force for good. I'm David Muir. Good night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.